Top 10 Secrets about Google. 10. The Google homepage. The Google homepage is so sparse because neither of the company founders knew how to use HTML, so decided to keep its creation as simple as possible. In early tests, participants sat staring at the screen rather than using the site. When asked why they were waiting, they responded that the page was so blank that they thought it hadn't finished loading. As a result, the Google copyright banner was added as an end marker. The founders now insist on a 28-word limit on the homepage. 9. Google Map Discoveries. A mountainous rainforest in Mozambique was nicknamed the Google Forest after being discovered by a biologist studying Google Earth satellite images. Though known by locals, Mount Mabu was unrecorded by scientists until the 2005 digital discovery due to local violence and a lack of infrastructure. An expedition following the discovery found over a dozen previously unknown animal species. A 2,000-year-old Roman villa and an ancient Dutch castle thought forever lost were also found thanks to Google technology. 8. Strange side projects. Known as moonshot projects, Google's side projects are described as living in the grey area between audacious and pure science fiction. Success stories include the self-driving car and Google Glass. Less lucrative was an attempt to create a hoverboard. Despite developing a tiny working version, scaling it up to a usable size would have been colossally expensive. Weirder still was the idea to create a space elevator connecting an Earth-based station to an orbiting one. Development of a teleportation device was also considered. 7. Buying Google. In 1997, tech company Excite turned down an offer to buy Google for $750,000. Though co-founder Larry Page pitched the sale by assuring Excite that their profits would be boosted by $47 million a year, the sale was abandoned. Excite CEO believed that the speedy search engine would send people away from their homepage too quickly, to the detriment of ad revenue. Today, Google is worth around $367.6 billion. They estimate that if they ever decide to allow adverts homepage space, it would cost $10 million. 6. The early days. Google was founded by Larry Page and Sergey Brin, PhD students in their early 20s who initially loathed each other. Early names for the site included Backrub and the Whatbox. The latter was scrapped for sounding like Wetbox, which they thought sounded like porn. We have JLo to thank for the introduction of Google Images. The tool was invented to help those looking for photos of her in the revealing green dress she wore to the Grammy Awards in 2000. 5. Google Doodles. Page and Brin created the first Google Doodle in 1998, 1 week before Google officially became a company. Used as an out-of-office while they attended the Burning Man festival, it featured the festival's stick figure logo behind the O. The first playable doodle launched in May 2010, celebrating the 30th birthday of Pac-Man. Users collectively spent 4.82 million hours playing the retro game. It's estimated that this globally equated to 4,819,352 hours of lost productivity, costing over $120 million. 4. Google Car. In 2014, Google announced the development of the driverless car. With a top speed of 25 miles per hour and neither a steering wheel nor pedals, the car will simply have a go, stop, and emergency stop buttons. And just in case it does hit passing pedestrians, the outer car is softly padded to ensure no major injury is done. The vehicles will use lasers and cameras to detect the view around the car, which will be cross-referenced with Google Maps to ensure that it's heading in the right direction. 3. Google is breaking the law. They aren't just using the cars to take photos. In 2010, it was revealed that the company used the cars to hack and collect private data from Wi-Fi networks. Information received included users' medical histories, sexual preferences, and marriage infidelities. 2 years later, they were fined $22.5 million after breaking a 20-year agreement to tighten their privacy policy. They had secretly placed cookies which tracked users' activity. they paid a further $500 million for knowingly displaying ads for companies that illegally sold pharmaceuticals in the US. 2. Google controls the internet. As of 2014, Google owns 67% of the global market and is responsible for 90% of European searches. An antitrust investigation was launched in April 2015 into accusations of monopolization from 19 companies, including Microsoft. Google were accused of unfairly pushing its own shopping, mapping, and flight services by distorting web searches. Proving their dominance in the industry, when Google services went down in August 2013, web traffic plummeted by 40%. 1. Google helps solve crimes. Cops have used Google Earth to help locate marijuana fields, meth labs, and even a kidnapped child, all by entering GPS coordinates into the site. In 2010, Google helped expose a fraudulent Italian businessman. Suspicious that he lied about the value of a recent house sale, cops used Google Earth to find the property and assess its true value. Identified by its phallus-shaped pool, it was found to be of a much higher worth, triggering a major investigation. He was ultimately found to owe $9 million in back taxes.
That was top 10 biggest secrets about Google. And if you like this, why not head over to our friends' channel Top 10 Memes to check out their awesome video about Microsoft. Click below to check it out.